30 teams in 30 days. Y'all see who we're talking about today. We got the Rockets headline saying player development is name of the game for rebuilding Rockets. Houston will focus on developing its youthful roster as it continues to rebuild in 2022, 2023. And just how I sound, Sean Powell wrote it best. This is not exciting, guys. It's the Rockets. What more do you want us to say?
What? Okay, man. You sound like a casual right now, man. There's Jabari Smith. There's Kevin Porter Jr. and there's Jalen Green. I know the casual be like,
still boring.
Who the fuck are they? Well, hey, this is the wrong channel for you.
I don't fill them in, man. Fill them in, man. Mr. Encyclopedia today. At the end of the day, it's still boring, though. They're not going to do shit this season. There's nothing to look out for. They're, unlike other teams that are more exciting in their rebuilding stages, like even the players you named are not close to that. At least OKC got Giddey and Shea. Pelicans got Zion. And who else am I missing? Kings have Fox. And I'll stop it there. Why are you looking at
Look, man, unlike the dumpster fire that is the Sacramento Kings, the Rockets at least have made the playoffs in our lifetime. Okay? I'm slightly exaggerating over here.
No, I get what you mean. I was just never too high on the Harden Rockets era. I think that's one of the more overrated peak eras that we used to get hyped, or most overhyped eras for an organization. I'm sorry, Rockets fan.
I mean, they pushed the KD Warriors as the furthest any NBA team could.
Yeah, I just remember I was one of those people like every year after the first 2 years, every year I was like, all right, the Harden Rockets are gonna do good in the regular season. They're gonna make noise, but they're not gonna do shit in the postseason. Everybody would be like, "What? You don't think they can win it this year?" You don't think? I was like, I'm sorry. At the time, I was not a big fan of Harden. Like as an individual player, I thought he was talented. I thought he was great, all that jazz. But I wasn't a genuine fan. I was like, the way he plays basketball, and just like you can tell, he doesn't have that winner's mentality. At the time, didn't share the ball very well. Like he didn't push his team. He just pushed himself. And I mean, look where they ended up right now.
No, that's true, man. Look, you're gonna be right. The Rockets are not gonna be this good this year. No shit, what a shock. But like the fact that they have nothing to look forward to, man. Like, no, man, I'm gonna disagree, man. For like Rockets fans,
as a team,
they're gonna see like the early phases of who's gonna be the light at the end of the tunnel. Who's going to be their future Batman? Who's going to be their future Robin? And I think he is in this roster. Now, do I know if Jalen Green's going to be the Batman? Do I know if Jabari Smith or Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be that? God, man, I don't know, man. I know it as well as the lottery numbers for like the end of the week. All right, not that well.
All right, let's take a look at the key additions, key subtractions, last season, summer summary, key additions. As we already mentioned, Jabari Smith Jr. and then
I thought you were going to say Ja Morant, man. I'm like, bro, man, like, get off his
We did just
shit.
talk about him. Tyree Eason and Ty Washington.
Ty.
And then key subtractions, Christian Wood and John Wall. Don't forget how hyped they got for Christian Wood for a bit. And then last season, the signs were troubling from the jump when Rockets lost 15 of 16 to start the season and later absorbed another 15 for 16 stumble in February. It added up to misery, just 20 wins total, and yada, yada, yada. Good news is the Rockets did flash signs of excitement and progress as the season ended. Young core led by Jalen Green in particular showed some pop.
See?
Summer summary. Until Green went turbo after All-Star break and finished his rookie season smashingly, the best player on the team with the fewest wins in the NBA was Wood. He was Houston's Mr. Reliable, stayed healthy for the most part, and was a double-double threat on a nightly basis. Best of all, Wood was just 26 and touching his prime. A flexible 6'9" forward who could play multiple frontline positions. Exactly what the rebuilding Rockets wanted as they attempted to lay a foundation and plant some seeds. So what did they do this summer?
Absolutely
Trade him,
nothing.
of course. And that says more than... See what I mean, guys?
That was a little bit of a head scratcher. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I mean, what do I know? Like, you know, I wasn't on the phones, you know, talking to other GMs, but I'm like, for Christian Wood, I think you could have got a little bit better. I'm like, shit, man. Like,
and now he's paired up with the future GOAT. The baby goat. The true baby goat.
No, yeah, true baby goat / demigod / whatever you want to name him these days. But this is not Dallas Mavericks.
Not even a Dallas Maverick. Luka fan club.
Yeah, it's like a Luka dick riding club over here. Not bad for the language over here. You know, the Houston Rockets is full of youth as well, and there's a lot of youth.
Yeah. I just don't trust the organization as much as some of the other ones too. Like I trust Presti and OKC. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna mention the Kings.
Look, organizations to trust. I trust Presti. I trust the Miami Heat. I trust
David Griffin. Well, I'm thinking of like rebuilding teams.
Yeah, David Griffin.
Griffin with the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Who am I missing?
Who else? I do not
Raptors.
I do not trust the Kings. But they're not rebuilding. They're retooling.
They're like, but they're like, you know, in that little. You're right. They're not fully rebuilt. They could be. I don't know. They're, you know, like we say, you never want to be in the middle because then you got to choose one: blow it up or blow up. Ooh, I should trademark that.
Yeah, for real. Oh, yeah. The Knicks right now are like they're heading towards middle.
They're not even. They're just.
They got the mid. Instead of the big three, they got the big.
They're like
three.
The Rockets. Just
no worse. I'm like worse in my opinion. At least. They got some youth. What the hell does do the okay?
I mean, I'll say this: Jalen Green does seem to be a more formidable player to build around than James Harden. Mm-hmm. He seems to be a little more leader-ish, a little more share with the ball, a little more. He just kind of got that feeling to him, and I don't know him obviously, but I'm just saying from what I see.
As you guys already noticing, obviously with the title. Like, you know, with the Rockets and whatnot, and we've been saying this before in other other times as well. Rockets fans, the ones that are watching this, let us know what are some things to watch out for.
Because, put in the comments. Let everybody know.
Because y'all, like, you know, the home fans, y'all know like,
the ins and outs.
You guys know the ins and outs of everything that entails with Rockets basketball.
And whatever you point out, we'll look it up, do further research, keep an eye out when the season starts, and then we'll be able to talk about them even better.
Obviously.
But
okay.
I'm sorry, I just don't.
I mean, I feel you, man. Like, look, man, it's not like, hey, the Rockets are gonna be a team. Like, hey, man, like at 8:00 in the morning, 9:00 in the morning, I'm gonna be a wake up. Like,
look,
damn.
Jalen Green's dope, but he's no Cade Cunningham. And at least with that, even though the Pistons have not been a top tier organization for the longest, Cunningham is so special. He gives me hope that he can actually change the franchise around. You know what I mean? Even almost single-handedly. It's what Ja did for Memphis, what Luka did for Dallas, what Dame did for Portland.
What Tyler Hero did for the Heat. No, I wish.
Please. But every once in a while, and I'm not talking about top tier players. I'm talking about franchise changing. There are very few franchise changing players. LeBron for Cleveland, Wade for Miami, Hakeem for the Rockets, very few. So until the Rockets get that, right now there's just nobody, even like star players. Like Houston is popping, but they're also like in the mid tier in terms of location. Like if you're an NBA player, you're a talented NBA player, and you can kind of choose where you want to go. Houston's not gonna be near the top of your list. It's gonna be other ones. However, Houston will be above like OKC and other. You know what I mean? San Antonio, like because Houston, I've been there once just on a layover flight where I had to stay overnight because traveling problems. But I've never experienced Houston. But I heard it's popping. I heard it's different.
Drake talks about it all the times in his songs, man. Houston,
land of Vegas, Houston. And then Travis, you got Travis.
Yeah, you got Travis, and just as James Harden, man. Like if anybody was sad that James Harden left, besides the fans, it would be the strip clubs, man. Like in Houston, man, they lost him. When it comes from over there. Anyways, look, man, I know we're all over the place when it comes to this, but what do you think is their ceiling?
Just like the Rockets.
Best case scenario for the Rockets, and what's like the worst case scenario for the Rockets?
I've been nice with most teams saying like best case scenario, even a play-in tournament appearance.
But it doesn't exist for the Rockets.
I said that for OKC actually, who are also rebuilding. But yeah, with the Rockets, like ceiling peak that they can reach this season is that they are in the hunt for a 10th seed to make a play-in tournament appearance, but they ultimately don't reach it. That's my ceiling for them. And then floor is worst team in the league. Not even their conference, the whole entire league.
Okay. Best case scenario, I would like to say for the Rockets. I'm not even like going with like necessarily with records, but I say Jalen Green takes a big step forward in his development. Their pick Smith from Auburn. He looks like, he's a top 2 for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And they look like a dynamic duo.
But there's only so much you're going to do in your rookie season, man.
Kevin Porter Jr. takes another step forward in his development. And they're going to be talks about like, all right.
Maybe there's something here.
Maybe there's something going on. Not a big 3, but there's youthful trio.
The spring chicken trio.
The spring chicken trio. There we go. When it comes to that, and they're still bad enough that they can land the number 1 pick with Victor Wembanyama and get that legit potential
French blood in Houston.
That French blood.
I mean, it makes sense. Houston Rockets are a very worldwide franchise because of Yao.
Yep.
So honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Destiny just kind of plays out and they get another
big man,
popular international player. Not big man, but just a popular international player. Just an international player that can help popularize the franchise even more.
Well, okay,
they're already in a like what Yao did for them. Like is very well covered. I actually also recently watched. I think it was from The Score, and it kind of reminded me like how big the Rockets are. You know what I mean? It's a known franchise because of Yao, and then it doesn't hurt that China is the most populous country in the freaking world.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
You add a little French finesse in that bitch.
Yeah, a little bit. You add a little bit of sauce to get the Ali Bobby stock going up.
You got Mbappe making like locker room visits. Oh, boom! Now you got soccer people knowing about that. It's over. It's over. Rocket to the moon.
Yeah, man. They'll be the
Houston Rockets to the moon.
They'll be the most popular. I'm not sure. Whatever.
The most popular ass franchise in history. Oh, please don't hate me, guys.
They're not an ass franchise.
I know.
Relax, man. They're like.
They've had a lot of close calls. They had a close call with the Harden era. They had a close call with the McGrady Yao era, and then they got a little lucky. Let's be honest. With Jordan retiring for 2-3 years.
They still won back-to-back.
No, I know. I'm saying I count that. That's a lot. Like I have high praise for Hakeem, but the greatest player of all time was retired for those 2 years. Let's not forget that. Imagine if he was in the picture. AP. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know about all that.
All right. Anyways, guys. Friendly reminder. Let us know what to look out for the Rockets. For some things that
hit that sub button. Hit that like button, comment. What else? I know I sound dead right now.
It's late as fuck. Anyways, guys, appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all podcast streaming platforms. We'll catch you guys soon. For now, later.
Take care.